Ram Precision is a family-run tool and die shop that specializes in making high-precision parts for the electronics industry, the defense industry, the medical industry, and the consumer industry. So Ram Precision grew from the initial small shop, couple machines, to now we have over 50 machines, 15 tool makers of 12,000 square feet. And this required us to keep track of more and more information, more and more parts as we got to get through the door. We just developed in-house ad hoc systems that were never connected. A lot of it was in people's heads. It was always up to remembering where was that information. And more importantly, a lot of times we were just going to put parts out the door, so we never really closed the loop. So then when we would make that part, 3 months later, 6 months later, 2 years later, we were making the same mistakes a lot of times.
So it was a lot of manual work trying to keep up with what was really going on in the shop floor. It's pretty hard to predict everything right from the beginning. There's a lot of times where you have an option to go one way or another and you're not sure which way that's going to work.
Before StartProto, I served as the router of all the shop information required to make these parts. I would always kind of have to anticipate in advance when someone might be done, but if I would forget or skip something, then that job's just going to sit there, causing me delays in delivery.
With StartProto, we really have a view into the live inventory of what's going through the shop. Now we can open up that part and look and see that there's 2 ready for shipping or 3 ready to be lasered before shipping. It's very detailed on what needs to be done to these parts and where they sit in the process.
You know, if the boss isn't immediately around, sure, there's stuff to be done, but it's like, what's the most important thing? You know, now with StartProto, you can go right in there and he organizes it and makes it okay, so it's right there at your fingertips.
Everybody who's touching the job has an opportunity to put some input into that job for next time or even the next step in the process, and it's automatically in there for the next person or the next time that we get that order in. StartProto is almost like another assistant to me where it's taking care of all the movement through the shop and who needs to do what, and I can focus more on the value add of trying to reduce cycle times or get parts out the door in a quicker fashion.